This is a picture of, or a drawing of someone basically, sucking the male genitalia of another individual. I guess I'm just curious,
Gotta ask it again. Why do they always look like that?
someone who's under the age of 18, would they be able to check this book out without parental approval?
The left loves to say that people on the right want to ban books, but when you peel back the layers of the onion, they basically just don't want pornographic material exposed to grade school kids, whether it's in schools or in public libraries, and most everyday normal people don't even believe me when I tell them that this stuff is going on. When you take a look at what they're actually trying to show kids, it's very eye-opening for a lot of people.
I'm here at Herrick District Library in Holland, Michigan, where I'll be taking a look at some of the books that they have inside of their library.
Do you need help with anything?
I've got a list of books that I'm just looking to go find, so.
Okay, do you need help finding any books?
No, I've got the, labels here for the books that I'm looking for, so.
We do actually don't allow patrons to be recorded at all, and we do have patrons around.
Well, I have freedom of press. This is
But
America.
we have children.
I gotta say it. Why do they always look like that?
So we don't record children.
I'm not intentionally recording any children. I have freedom of press. I've got some books here that I want to go find to report on. So that's what I'm going to do.
You're welcome to report on books. We love that. If you could just please keep children's faces out.
Yeah, I do.
The children have the privacy.
Again, I'm just here to report on these books. Okay. So I'm not intentionally filming anyone. But I do have freedom of press here.
I'm just verifying.
Okay, I'm just telling you, I'm going to continue to film. I'm going to report on these books. If you would like to call the police and have them come talk to me, you're more than welcome to do so.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just asking to please be mindful of children.
Yeah, I do my best not to film children. I'm here to report on these books.
That's perfectly fine. I'm fine with that. I'm just saying my piece.
Okay, like I said, I have freedom of press here. I'm here to report on these books. If you want to call the police and have them talk to me, you're more than welcome to do so.
That is not my goal.
Okay.
That is not my goal.
Okay.
I'm just asking to be mindful of children because I'm just here. I care about the kids.
I care about the kids, despite the fact that I'm exposing them to, well, the books you guys are about to see.
Yeah, like I said, I care about the kids too. That's part of why I'm here, because I think there's some books here that I think are potentially harmful to children. So that's why I'm here. I care about children as well. I'll do my best not to film them.
Would you like a reconsideration form if there's anything that you're concerned about?
Not at this point right now. Like I said, I just want to find these books, take a look at them, and then report on them.
Okay. All right.
Have a good day. So we've got The Do's and Donuts of Love.
Wait, is that Lizzo's autobiography? Sorry, I'm a horrible person. But wait, is this a pro-fat children's love novel? I don't know. The Do's and Donuts of Love. That's a new one to me.
Not really sure what that's about. They have genderqueer on their shelves. I just took a look inside genderqueer, and just flipping through it, I found what is essentially a drawing of someone sucking the penis of another individual. So I will probably be asking the librarians why this is on the shelf. I don't really see the value in having this on shelves. And also if there's any restrictions on if children are allowed to check this book out without a parent's approval, or if it would require a parent's approval. Excuse me.
Hi.
Hi, I have a question on this book. So it's called Genderqueer.
Okay.
This is a picture of, or a drawing of someone basically, sucking the male genitalia of another individual. I guess I'm just curious,
Gotta ask it again. Why do they always look like that?
Someone who's under the age of 18, would they be able to check this book out without parental approval?
Our policy is that a minor does need to have parental approval in order to get a library card. Mm-hmm. We do highly, highly recommend that anyone who has a minor child who has a library card does keep track of the books that they check out. They can do that physically or they can do that online, because the parent is always going to know what's best for their kid.
But say that a child came here by themselves, they would be able to check this out without parental approval then?
There aren't any age restrictions on any items in our library.
Okay. And just out of curiosity, what do you think the educational value is of having a book like this on the shelves?
I don't tend to speak to things like that, but if you would like to speak to our director or our collections manager, you may certainly do that.
I'd be happy to. Are they here right now, or?
Yeah, would you like to speak to our director or our collections manager?
Either one, up to you.
I'm sorry, but this is a recent video, and she's wearing a mask in 2024.
Whoever's responsible for, determining what books should be on the shelves and what shouldn't.
I'll be right back. Do I wait in here for just a minute?
Yeah, no problem. No worries. Hi, how's it going? Good, how are you? I had a couple questions on one of the books that I found in the library, so it's
All right. Is it just a requirement that you have to be obese to work in this library? Why do they all look like this?
called Genderqueer. So this is a drawing of,
You're kidding me. They all look like this.
oral sex taking place between individuals. I was told by one of the other staff members here that people who are under the age of 18 can check out this book without parental approval. Is that correct?
The children have
You can hear the uneasiness in her voice.
a card that is signed by a parent, and the parents are encouraged to watch and see what their children are reading. Yes.
Yes, but a child, say someone who's like 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, came here without a parent, checked out the book, they could do that without the parent signing off or giving approval. Obviously, from what I understand, the parents may be able to track that through like an online portal or something, but they would not need parental approval to actually check out the book itself, correct?
They are co-signing the library card, saying that
Yes,
they are responsible.
but not
for
every
it.
book. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, just say it. Just say the answer. No, they don't need parental approval. But that notwithstanding, it doesn't even matter because a kid can just be in the library perusing books, looking through books, and then boom, oral sex.
It depends on the parent.
And so what do you think the value is of having a book like this that has a drawing of oral sex taking place? What do you think the value of having that in a library is?
Every book has its place in the library. Well, the books that are selected have their place in the library. We do have a collection development policy, and there are people who are going to disagree with some of the things that are in some of the books.
But that's not the question. The question is, you presumably are the person who approves what comes into the library. What is the particular value you see in this book that depicts sexual acts between minors that's marketed to children, and it's clearly an illustrated novel?
I know this particular book, but if you are thinking that this is one that does not belong in the library, we do have a process that you can fill out a request for reconsideration form.
So I'm just wondering, do you think that this has a place in the library? You said every book in the library has a place. Do you think a book like this has a place in the library? And if so, what's the purpose?
I think there is a process to go through, and you are welcome to fill out a request for reconsideration form, and we will consider it.
Is she really nervous or just out of breath from talking? Both are on the table.
Okay, thank you.
And I didn't get your name.
My name's Hayden.
Hayden, what's your last name, Hayden?
I don't feel like it's necessary to give you that at this point.
Okay. All right. And are you representing a group, Hayden?
No, I'm just a concerned citizen, concerned for children who may come across this book in the library and be exposed to oral sex at any age. I think that's problematic.
Are you a resident here?
I'm a resident of Michigan, yes.
A resident of Holland?
No,
Okay, good. And do you hold the Herrick Library card?
no.
Okay, good. Thank you for
All pointless questions.
letting me know. And we are still you're welcome to fill out a request for reconsideration, and we will definitely take a look at it.
Okay,
Thanks.
thank you. Just wanted to express my concern that children may come across this book that contains oral sex vividly illustrated. And I think that's problematic.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I continue looking at some of the books, but have a great day.
Thank you, you too.
Here they have stamped for kids. It says racism, anti-racism, and you. It's by Ibram X. Kendi. Here they have this book is Feminist, an intersectional primer for next-gen change makers. Here they have It Feels Good to Be Yourself, a book about gender identity. This book is called Gender Identity for Kids. This book is called You Are Stardust. I would much prefer a book that said You Are Imago Dei, you are made in the image of God. That'd be much, much better. This book is Have I Ever Told You Black Lives Matter? Here we have a book called The Anti-Racist Kid. It says it's a book about identity, justice, and activism. Here we have Not My Idea, a book about whiteness.
Wait, what? Not My Idea, a book about whiteness. So presumably implicit in that title is we stole ideas from people, us evil white folks. And that's a kid's book. Great.
Here they have And Tango Makes Three, which is about two male gay penguins sitting on an abandoned egg. Here in the children's picture books section, they have a book called The Hips on the Drag Queen Go Swish, Swish.
A children's book. Grown men dressed as women dancing provocatively for you. Very appropriate for children.
Swish. There is no way that this is even remotely appropriate to be in the children's section with picture books. This book in the children's section is if you're a drag queen and you know it. There's no way this is appropriate for children to be able to look through inside of the children's section in public libraries. Here we have the book Julian is a Mermaid. Keep in mind that Julian is actually a little boy. Julian at the wedding, and keep in mind the wedding in this book has 2 brides. Here's the book Mama and Mommy and Me in the middle. This is destroying the nuclear family, and keep in mind children need to have fathers in the home. Here's the book Stella Brings the Family, which is about a young child and her 2 dads. Here they have the book This Day in June, which is about Pride Day and a Pride Parade. Here's another book I found in the children's section. It's called Heather Has 2 Mommies. Here's another book I found in the children's section. It's called Strong. It's got someone with a mohawk in the colors of, what I would argue, I think it's the colors of pride. I don't really know the colors of pride too well, but it looks like them. This next book is When Aiden Became a Brother. Keep in mind that Aiden is a biological female who identifies as a boy. The next book that I found in the children's section is Red, a Crayons story. A part of the Amazon description for the book Red, a Crayons story, says, Red has a bright red label, but he is in fact blue. His
He's a red crayon who identifies as a blue crayon. My God, people. This is what they want our kids to read.
teacher tries to help him be red, let's draw strawberries. His mother tries to help him be red by sending him out on a play date with a yellow classmate, go draw a nice orange, and the scissors try to help him be red by snipping his label so that he has room to breathe. But Red is miserable. He just can't be red no matter how hard he tries. So if you're someone who believes that the transgender movement is a social phenomenon and that there's social contagion going on, I think this is probably a good indicator considering they're now presenting children with books that tell them that crayons can be trans. Here's the book Rainbow, a first book of Pride, which I also found in the library. Here's the book My Rainbow, which is about a mom making a wig for her trans daughter. Here's the book Goodnight Racism by Ibram X. Kendi. I think this library also carries his book Anti-Racist Baby, but I wasn't able to find it while I was here. After taking
Check out Hayden's channel, by the way. He's doing awesome stuff. He really gets after it, puts himself out there, and he's on the front lines, and he's doing things that I think a lot of people are scared to do, and I commend him and applaud him for it. Like I've said many times, you may disagree with his stance on things, and that's fine. That's your right, obviously, but you have to commend the fact that he gets out there, he talks to people, he exposes himself, right? His identity. He's not trying to be anonymous. He's very confident in his beliefs, and he challenges ideas that he disagrees with and presents his own counter arguments. And I have mad respect for that, period, no matter what. This is insane, guys. When did we stop just letting kids be kids and worry about reading and writing and math and science and just playing and having fun and enjoying childhood, developing physically, mentally, and emotionally, without having all of these external forces pushed on them? I mean, the list of book after book after book that's just cramming this ideology down their throats is insane. Insane. Let me know what you guys think. Really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Once again, shout out to Hayden. Check out his channel. I'll make sure I link to it down below. If you find value in this content, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you do, it would mean the world to me. I appreciate you guys. Until next time, bye.